when we reflect on our performance, if I may take just a few figures from only the SACCOs that are unregulated by the SACCO Societies regulator, SASRA, we would note that in spite of COVID-19, our total asset, and that's just one subsector, our total assets for 2020 grew from 556.7 billion to 627.7 billion, even during under those difficult circumstances, indicating a 12.7% growth. Our gross loans, the total loans from that subsector alone, it grew by 13.2%. From 419.6 billion, it grew all the way to 474.8 billion shillings. Indeed, there was a growth in terms of borrowing to meet the various needs of our people. Even deposits, the total deposit grew tremendously by 13.4%. Indeed, I know most people felt people had lost jobs. Yes, some sectors like tourism and hospitality closed down, true, but remember the agricultural sector was improving because we had very good weather. The rains were okay. So our total deposits from that subsector alone had grown up by 13%, from 380 billion to 431.5 billion. So this really shows that there is resiliency, there is strength in people coming together. There is hope in the cooperative sector that we need to urge our people in this country that instead of being dependent on the government, we as people, if we come together, we can be able to sort out some of our key problems. It's been observed further that even with COVID-19 being with us now and maybe going forward, there is hope, there is resilience in the cooperative movement, because when we are together, there is a strength. And therefore, even though we are being impacted, there is that spirit in us which cannot be rekindled by the negative effects of COVID-19. The intentions, the spirit, the purpose of coming with those regulations is to strengthen the non-deposit taking cooperative societies so that our systems, our procedures, and the processes are strengthened, and also that they will continue increasing their capital to give their members good service. As we speak now, I can say that more than 100 societies have already complied, and soon they will be getting their certificates. And those who have not complied, they have made a step. The agreement here is we are not killing them, but we want to support each and every one of those societies to meet those standards. At the moment, we are grateful to say Nairobi University has started doing its remittances, and we are requesting that other universities will follow suit so that we can minimize the delays and the balances which is out there. But I can see there's good move from the universities which were having the highest amount outstanding. So I could say that we are working together with the Department of Cooperatives. We are having serious discussions, and we are hoping that by the end of this financial year, most of those outstanding figures from county governments and also universities will have been minimized. This country was favored during the time of COVID. We had a very favorable climate. At least there was food on our tables. Number two, tea and coffee performed extremely very well. And we want to thank the government on the reforms that they are making in the coffee subsector and tea subsector, which we believe will be able to improve the incomes of our farmers who actually belong to the tea and the coffee circles. And therefore we expect the savings and the loan repayment to continue growing up even as the government continues to bring those very, very positive reforms in those sectors, including the dairy sector. The figures from the subsector of the deposit taking circles under Circle Society's regulatory body. On Saturday this week, on 3rd, our Ushirika celebrations will not be held in public as we have always done. It will be virtual. It will be carried